Well, hey folks, how y'all doing? Well, you'll never guess in a million years what I got here. Yeah, another plane. No, can't be, right? Yeah. Well, lately on the channel, you know, I got the Dime Tiger Moth and some other prop planes and the Great Plains Ryan, STA Ryan, and really been enjoying the prop planes. And I'm not getting away from jets. There's going to be more jets on the channel, I guarantee you. But I've been enjoying prop planes lately, and I started going through all my stuff, and I haven't had a good J-3 Cub in forever. Now I had the FMS one, I had the old Hobby or the old Blitzwork one, but haven't really had a good J-3 Cub. I said, so by golly, if I'm going to get me a J-3 Cub, I'm doing it right. So got the HANGAR 9 J-3 Cub 10cc, the plug and play from Horizon Hobby. So, and what is it? Almost $700. Whatever the price, I cannot remember now. I know it's the most expensive plane I bought yet. I bought the plug and play, and I bought a receiver for it. And by the time I have taxes and everything, it was right at $800. So, and my reviewer price as being a quote unquote professional airplane reviewer was right at $800. I didn't get a break. And that's fine. That's fine. I wanted the plane. Balsa planes are in a real investment. I mean, foam planes are great. Okay, they're awesome. I mean, I have probably $20,000 worth of foam planes in here. But balsa planes, kind of think of, I mean, for lack of a better term, they're forever planes. As long as you take care of them, they'll last you forever. Okay? Foam planes, as long as you take care of them, you can get many years out of a foam plane, but nothing like you'll get out of balsa. As you can see, I have not opened this yet. Okay? We may have to stop and pause. Okay, let me pause. Instead of you seeing a grown man, a grown fat guy, argue with a cardboard box. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It's a box within a box within a box. Got this big honking manual. There's my great term, honking again. Big manual, but I've watched the installation video on this 1,000 times. Nice decal for the instrumentation panel. Nice big decal sheet, regular decal sheet, folded. Okay, because this is a big plane, over 82-inch wingspan plane. And no, I have not given any thought as to where I'm going to store it. I definitely won't be able to store it with the wings on. But it'd be like my AL37 and my Flex Innovations RV8. The wings will be off, the fuse will be one place, and the wings will be somewhere else. All right, let's start here with the first box on top. This is a lot like a Dynam plane in that everything is in these cardboard boxes. So let's get ourselves a nice fresh blade on our wing. Oh man, I was not really, oh shoot. Well, well, there goes the rudder, just fell out, but protected there. Nice big rudder. Yeah, everything's protected. I like that. Okay. Well, that was in its own little sleeve there. Well, that's just one wing. That's just one wing. Holy Toledo, man, this thing is huge. It is huge. Look at that. This is going to be one massive plane that comes with all that free bubble wrap. Man, look at that thing. Uh-oh. Wow. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. Absolutely. I mean, that's just one wing. That's just one wing. All right, we're going to take that bubble wrap and set that down right there. Let's just see what else is in here, because every day is Christmas. All right. That's what it is. Every day is Christmas here. Fat Guy Flies RC. I'm thinking this must be the other wing. Aha! I'm not going to let this drop. Look at this huge elevator. Sucker is huge. It is huge. Don't drop, don't fall, don't fall. Look at that. Very simple installation. Okay. And the other gigantic wing. Yeah, this does qualify by Model Aviator was talking about the organization that established what is and what is not giant scale. And this qualifies by that standard. And like I said, I've forgotten what the standard is, what organization came up with it, but this is considered giant scale. So, and it's nice and pretty and blue and yellow. It will be very easy to see this thing. Simple 4-channel plane though. Well, 4-channel control. You are going to have to set up dual ailerons. So, oh man, that is beautiful. A lot of wrinkling in the covering, but that's okay. That heat gun, just kissing that with a heat gun will take all of that out. All right, set that off there. Okay. Oh man, look at that beautiful fuselage. I know, I get to see it and y'all don't. All right, let me see what's in this box. What's in box number 3 here? This will be, oh, this will be Henry. Hello, Henry. The biggest pilot I've ever had on the channel as I drop him. Look how big he is. And he's so shiny. Henry got a fresh coat of wax on his face. All right. This probably is the hardware. Oh man, yeah. Everything's the attention to detail of how this is put together. All the wire struts that go for the tail and the rudder is already hooked up, so there's no crimping involved. Very simple. That's going to be that's a huge time saver right there. And then you got your wing strut mounts, wing bolts. Looks like you get an extra. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's wing set, wing bolts, and then there's bolts that you use to put the seats in. And then they're very small for a small amount of hardware screws. So, okay. It's actually going to be a very simple build. In this man cave, however, where I'm limited by my space, is going to make it kind of interesting. All right. We'll probably have to do it in segments. And that's okay too. That's okay too. I'm thinking this is this is a landing gear and seats. Oh, the seats are, you know, in my mind, watching all the videos, that the seats would have been plastic. They're not. They're wood. Or, no. I think they're 3D printed. I think they're 3D printed. That part looks, or I don't know if it's wood or 3D printed. Very shiny though. That's where he'll be sitting there. I guess they use the same skin treatment on that day to treat the seats and him, because very shiny. Very shiny. And that's just filler. in there so it doesn't bounce, nothing bounces around. The other seat, as I drop it. Okay. And then more filler. I mean, these are so things don't bounce around in there. That's little touches like that that make a big difference. That's why planes cost what they do. Well, one of the reasons why planes cost what they do. All right, we're almost 11 minutes in. Oh, good. The Cub emblem is on the wheels. So I like that. Nothing else in there, or here. Okay. Look at that. It's actually got like a cloth. Very hard wheels. I'm probably going to invest in something that's going to have some bounce to it. Actually, maybe buy the Debo. These look like they're 4-inch wheels. These are 3.5 inch wheels. I'll probably get some 4-inch wheels and maybe get the Cub wheels actually. But these will do for now. These will do for now. And they're big enough where they won't have any problem getting it up off the grass or anything. Okay. Get over there. All right. What's up next? Okay, now we got some long thingies. Something long. Okay. Our two propellers. You've got the 14x7 wood props and a 15x10. Now, I think the 14, I might be wrong, might be the other way around. The bigger prop is probably for the 4S, and then the smaller and length is probably for the 6S, or it might be the other way around. I'll have to look at the instructions. There's a rule for that, and I'm not recalling that rule off the top of my head. Okay, this probably is, okay, yeah, this is going to be the big wing tube, or the spar, along with a big honking wing nut, or a big nut to hold the prop on. Big old nut. Okay, it's a big nut, man. It's a big old nut. Big old club of a wing spar. Steel. Or maybe it's aluminum. No, I think that's steel. That sucker's big. That's hard too. Okay. And last but not least, the main event. The fuselage. Okay, we're done. No. All right, let me put this on its belly. Or actually on its nose there. I got rubber bands around holding that in place, which is good. Oh, nice big metal keepers, or clevis keepers. Okay. Oh boy, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And huge, absolutely huge. All right, you stay there. And this is why this is better part of $800. This is my first Hangar 9 plane. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Look at the rubber protector on the end of that prop shaft. Right there. Just to keep... I mean, little touches like that go a long, long way. Okay? All right. Kind of heavy. It's got an Avian Lite. I want to say that is 70 amp ESC, Avian Smart ESC in there. Okay. Nice big, put your fuel tank thing there. Nice attention to detail on these cowl, or the dummy engine things. Fiberglass cowl. And like I said, yeah, you do have the little bit of the wrinkling, but like I said, heat gun or a heating iron will take that out. I'll use a heat gun, and what I do is I just lightly kiss that with a heat gun. Okay, now this is the, okay. Oh, the instrumentation panel is already on there, so I don't have to use that decal. That's already there. Oh, this is cool. In anticipation of you converting this over to a gas, if you did, they've already got this wood treated in here with some sort of laminate. You can see it's kind of shiny in there. See how the wood is shiny? There's like a surface shiny laminate on there. Everything's labeled: right aileron, left aileron, rudder, elevator. Okay, the ESC, yeah, everything's... I don't know what size servo those are, but those are some big honking servos back there. There's that word honking again, whatever honking is. But it means big. That's what it means. It means big. All right, I'm going to show you on one piece of how I'm going to... I mean, that's the unboxing, okay? But I'm going to show you one piece on how I use the heat gun to take the wrinkles out. And then off camera, I'll do the rest of the plane, but I want to show you how I do that real quick. Let me, okay, we'll use the elevator. That'll be a good example. But I need to get everything out of the way so I can do that. All right, we'll tell you what, let's change our camera view, okay? And we'll be right back. And I'm going to pick up all my debris. Okay, we're back. All right, now I like to use a heat gun to do this kind of work, okay? I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Put it on low, okay? All right, now you see, hold it where I can get a hold of it. You see the wrinkles, okay? See the wrinkles? Okay. I like to put it at an angle. And see the wrinkles disappear. See those three wrinkles right there? Right there on front, right there? Right there? Now watch. I'm just kissing it. Hold it at a distance. Now look at it. All right. Well, turn it over. See how wrinkledy that side is? See? Not getting the heat gun too close. Alright, let me change my position, my handhold on it. All right. Set this off the side with the nozzle away because the nozzle's hot. But look at it now. See how nice and pretty that is? Now, I found out while I was taking this apart, be very careful. I took this tape off, and the tape that was the foam that was protecting this, and some of the covering came off. It just ripped right off. So, right here, see that little crease right there? This whole piece. So I'm hoping that when I give it the heat gun, that the glue will adhere that, and I won't have to worry about it. Okay, keeping it on low. You can see how wrinkled everything is. Again, I'm just letting it kiss it. I'm not holding up close to it. Heat gun got cool there, so it'll get hot again. Luckily, this is the underside. Oh wait, no, this is the top. Can't get it too close because it'll actually burn the coating. Let me change my position in my hands. Okay, now look at it. A little wrinkle right there. Look at that now. So much better. All right, now look at the underside. See how wrinkled the underside is? I mean, you don't have to do this. It'll work just fine. Fly just fine. But it sure looks it sure looks a lot better whenever it's nice and taut. When the covering's nice and taut. And this actually activates that glue in that covering to give it a better adhesion to the wood. Just don't get the heat gun too close because you can actually see a little bit of yellowing, it looks like. But change my hold here. Keep it moving, just like spray paint. Keep it moving. Don't stay in any one spot. Now look at that. That's like 95% better. And that'll be that way forever. All right. We're going to pause. And we'll come back in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the plane. I'm going to go ahead and just show you a little piece of the end of that wing there, see? And then whenever I hit it, the only reason this is time consuming is so big. Such a big plane. Now look at that wingtip. See? Beautiful. All right, let me get the rest of the plane done, and we'll come back and we'll start putting this bad boy together. No glue needed. No glue needed. All right, we'll be right back. That was the unboxing and cleaning or straightening, what do you call it? Film ironing. This will be unboxing and then film ironing. So chapter 1, chapter 2. And now chapter 3, we'll start putting her together. Alrighty, we're back. Now that you have ironed out all your pieces and everything is nice and pretty and looks good, all right, you're going to need some tools. To put this plane together, you're going to need a 1.3 millimeter hex drive. That's to remove the tail wheel off the rudder assembly. You're going to be needing a pair of needle nose pliers. You're going to need a good quality Phillips head screwdriver, okay? And that's pretty, oh yes, and you'll need a small nut driver, okay? A lot of these have nut, probably using this end here, a little nut driver, okay? All right, first thing you're going to want to do is grab your freshly ironed out rudder, okay? And you got these two nuts here and washers. See the washer right there? Okay, go ahead and take that nut and that washer off. Set that where you won't lose it. Take the other nut, okay, and the washer off. Don't lose them. See, that washer, okay. Pull that off of there, okay. Let that swing out. Grab your elevator, okay. Now, see how that wood has been removed there? See how that wood is bare? Well, that should give you, FBI calls out a clue as to how that's going to fit together. You're going to run those two pieces in there. I haven't test fit anything off camera. I'm just doing this the first time just like you would, okay? And carefully make sure that, don't be careful not to let your securing arm there for your rudder get in the way. And carefully fish that down, okay? And fit that into piece, okay? Careful of your rudder control arm there. Fits in there like two pieces of the puzzle, right? See how that fits together now? Nice and straight. Now, go to your fuselage, okay? Go ahead, get your fuselage this way up, okay? See, you've got that, see that tab right there? I got my finger on it. Look at that tab right there. Again, FBI calls that a clue, okay? Get you moved just a little bit here, okay? So, here, paying attention, and look, you got it. Well, let me put this off for just a second. Okay, and see what you got there? Got a hole there, and that groove there. So that's going to just fit right down in there like that, okay? All right, let me change you just a little bit. Okay. See, this will fit here. That groove is going to fit right there. Careful that that right there doesn't get in your way. Let me get a little bit closer to you so you can see what we're doing here. Okay. All these little pieces of the puzzle to fit together. See how that's lining up right there? All right. Don't be in a hurry, okay? Don't force it. Just kind of keep wiggling it. Just keep working it till it gets in there, okay? It's going to be a tight fit, okay? But that's okay. Let me fight with that for just a minute. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, if you're having a hard time, what was going on was this arm here, this right here was binding. So I pulled it up out of the way to where it wasn't impeding the progress, and that just slid right down in there. So you should have a nice, seamless connection. Everything should look nice and seamless. Okay, now we're going to put that back, and trust me, it ain't going to fall out of there. It's got plenty of pressure. Okay, you're going to be using two of these. The only screws that are like this. They have rounded heads on them. They're Phillips head screwdrivers. Okay, remember, no glue for this. You're going to take, where is it? No, it's oh, I got to find it. Okay, there it is. Okay, you're going to take this structure here, this long piece here. Okay, let me get it out. Should have already had this stuff out of the box. Forgive me, or out of the bag. Okay. Okay. You're going to take this piece here. So I can get on. It's magnetic. See how that's bent? Okay. You're going to fish this through here. And slide that around. Okay. See, that's how it's going to look. See how that looks? Of course, it isn't anchored down yet. See how that's kind of crossed through there like that? All right. Fished all that together. Just let these wires hang off the side. Grab one of them button heads, and I'm going to, those are these button head screws, the rounded heads, okay? Because the other screws in here have rounded heads too, but they look different. See, I don't know the different sizes, but these are very wide, have very wide heads, very wide Phillips head there, and these have a smaller Phillips head. And you only have two of these. They're just alike. Okay, you're going to screw that in there like that. Taking that Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, I like to hold stuff from the bottom side, and you don't go crazy with it. Just nice and tight. Okay. Now you're going to take. Remember we had those washers. Okay. Now what did I do with them? I just had them. Here, okay, right here. You're going to take these washers. You're going to put one washer there. Take your other washer. Put it there. Okay. And then you're going to take these locking nuts. And this is where you're going to take that nut driver. Okay. And just get these nice and snug. If you start hearing cracking, you're going way too hard. Okay. Get it started. Easier said. Of course, you watch this stuff on YouTube, watch the assembly videos. Everything goes perfect first time. Everything fits just right. That's not reality. That's not how we do it on Fat Guy Flies RC. We're going to show you the reality of it. Get that down there. That will fit down there nice and pretty. That joins everything together. Okay. And you can see all right. Just like you're not going nuts. Just get it nice and tight, but don't over tighten it. Okay. Okay, that's nice and tight. All right, now, this is where you need to get your bent tabs. These are all pre-bent tabs. Okay, let me change the camera position for just a minute. All right, let me pause. All right, now this is where you're going to take your 1.3 millimeter hex drive, and you're going to remove this arm here for this rudder wheel, okay? Take that grub screw out, okay? This is where you're going to need some blue thread locker, okay? Got that right there, see? Take your blue thread locker and get you just a little touch on that grub screw. Just a touch, okay? Make sure you don't lose a grub screw, because then you got to go fishing for it. Just a touch on there, okay? Now, visually, you want that wheel to line up perfectly with that rudder, okay? So we're going to find our little hole there, okay? Fish our grub screw back in there. Got a little bit of Loctite on it. Now remember, this is all wood and plastic. I mean, it's all wood, okay? Make sure it's lined up perfectly. And then when you're happy with that being lined up, with that wheel is lined up perfectly with that rudder, crank it on down. Remember, right to tight, left to loosen. Okay. Would not be a bad idea. I think this wheel is going to be fine. Doesn't take much to keep a wheel on there. Sorry if my head's in the way. Same screw, same 1.3 meter hex drive. Yeah, that wheel's not going to move. All right, see? All right, so hold on just a second. That's the tail wheel assembly, or tail wheel setting. All righty, now what we're going to do, you have these bent tabs, okay? Take the longer of these screws that look like this, the longer ones, okay? You're going to fish them through these tabs to where these tabs angle up towards here, okay? Put that through there, okay? Go ahead, turn your model. That's pretty well in there. It's not going to just slide out, okay? What you want to do, okay? See how you got that tab there? You're going to take another tab, okay? Hold this one in place. Put that tab on there, okay? If you can get it to go on there. Might have to fish with a little bit, okay? And then you're going to take one of these lock nuts here that come with the kit, okay? And you're going to put that on there like that. Get it started. Okay, now that, I'm going to have to pause for this. I got to get a tool for that. Hold on. I'll tell you what tool is in a minute. All right, you're going to need a hex drive tool. I don't know the size, but just go through your hex drives, and it's one that's going to fit. It's like a 2.5. Okay, it's like a 2.5 fixed hex head. It's going to fit on those. Well, anyways, you're going to take your little nut driver, okay? You're going to get on the nut, go to this side here, and just get these nice and tight, and make sure the tabs are still facing the plane, okay, not facing away. What I suggest doing is leave them a little bit loose, like they are now, okay, until we're got everything done. Okay, so you got this side done. Turn the plane over, okay, and let's do the other side. Go ahead and move them tabs where they're facing out towards the fuse there, okay, towards the rudder. Turn your model over this way now, okay. Now we're going to actually go to the top of the rudder here. Sorry. You're like, oh, we're going all over the place. Okay, see what we got here? Okay, now, go ahead, 2 more tabs. Yeah, there's a tab and there's a tab. Okay, now these tabs, are actually on the wire. Okay, so take one tab, that wire, fish the long one through, the long one through there, or the long ones. It's going to use all the long ones. You're not going to use them short ones for this. Okay, push that through there. Okay, put that through there. Let it fit. All right, take your other wire, wherever it went to. Okay, let that tab hang off of there. Okay, and your last nut. Okay. Now these nuts these are locking nuts, so you don't have to worry about locking washers or anything. Gotta get it started. Okay. You want them to angle down correctly. You may have to reposition the wire. It's no big deal. Okay. Okay, see how that's turning out there? See? Okay. Don't go through them just nice and snug. Don't go crazy. If you start hearing cracking, well, then you're too tight. Okay? You want to be able to have them tabs positioned in the downward position. So get them in place. Okay. Make sure they're facing down. Okay. See what you got going here now? All right. Now, let's go to the bottom. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the bottom first. Everything we need is already there. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to take this wire. This is typical. Slide the fuel tubing back. Okay. Open up your clevis. Okay. And fish this on there. Get the tooth on there first. That's already got tension on it. Okay, sorry if my head's in the way. Now, I can make sure that's through there. Okay, that's already got plenty of tension on there. I'm going to take this one. Yeah, so this is slack here. So go ahead and tighten that one up a little bit. I'm going to take the pin. Make sure that's on there. Okay. Now you're going to take your needle nose. Make sure those are snapped. Make sure they're snapped in place. Be careful not to pinch your coating. If you're happy with the tension, which that's all you should get. Nice tension, nothing crazy. And go ahead and slide that fuel tubing over that to keep those in place. This is actually the hardest part of the entire build, right here, the assembly. All right, so see, if you don't think it's tight enough, you can always tighten it up a little bit. These crimpers are already done, but that's nice and tight. Okay, turn it over. Okay, and look what we got. We got the same deal. Okay, go ahead. All right, that one's going to have to tighten up, obviously, because it's way too much slack there. Okay. And this one's just about perfect. Tighten it up. Remember, right to tight. Pull the fuel tubing back. Okay. I like that pin, the teeth of the pin, I like it to be going down. The pin going down. This pin part, I like it to See that pin part there? That right there? I like it to go down. Okay. I'll loosen up a little bit. But when you're happy with the tension, okay, that, a little bit more. Sorry, my arm's in the way, I know. Okay. Okay. Then we'll take my needle nose. Okay. Clamp that in place. Slide that fuel tubing right on over there. Okay. All right. Now we're going to turn our attention to this side. Okay. That's pretty much there. Pull that fuel tubing back. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more. I want it nice and tight. Okay. I don't want it so tight it's going to warp it, but tight enough to where it maintains the structure, keeps the rigidity. Okay. Remember, a tight plane is a happy plane. That's still just a little too tight. There, that's probably good right there. All right. Take my needle nose. Should snap in place. It's not wanting to snap in place. Okay, let me take it off of there and loosen up one more time. Okay. It's just a little, all right. All right. There, that one's on there. All right, slide that fuel tubing down. Guess it's in there. Hold on, sorry my head's in your way. All right, fuel tubing's on there. Now let's take our tool and make sure these are all, okay, make sure everything is nice and tight, okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, turn the model this way. Okay. Nice and tight there. Okay. All right, and last but not least, this one here. Okay. All right, now we're not going to hook up our control surfaces yet. All right, now let's go back. That concludes the tail feathers installation. All right, just so you know, when you're all done with the tail feathers, that's how it should look, okay? See how the rigging is, how the wheel is, the tail wheel is perfectly lined up with the rudder, okay? And you should have 4 nice, even looking wires. Okay, we've already got the tail wheel done, so let's turn our attention to landing gear and wing strut mounts, okay? Get you positioned better, okay? All right, let me actually grab the wheels. Landing gear. Now, I know I shouldn't have to explain this, but I'm going to. This is the front of the airplane down here. These bags that were the fake suspension, they're going to go towards the front of the plane. That's going to fit in there just like that. Okay, you're going to grab 4 different tabs. Okay, 2 of these are the saddles that have the hump in them, and 2 of these are just the plain plastic. Okay, this is where we're going to be using these kind of screws that have the Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, and they're about 3/4 of an inch thick, Phillips head. Okay, and they're going to be going in these pre-drilled holes. These are like wood screws. So go ahead and get one started. Get your Phillips head screwdriver. Go ahead and get one started like I like to do. Okay, get it started. And you know what? We're going to change to a different screwdriver real quick. One that I know it's got a strong magnet on it, and I'm not going to lose grip on there. Because you don't want to lose grip. If you lose grip, the next thing you know, your screwdriver goes through, and then you poke your hole through your plane. Okay, don't want to do that. Line it up with the hole, the pre-drilled hole there. Make sure I'm going in it. Yes, I am. I know you can't see it, but you'll see it on the. You got the idea. You'll see it on the front. Get one going, and then get the back one going. I know you're thinking, yeah, we can't see what you're doing there. Maybe you can see it now. Okay. And try to screw them in evenly. Do 3 or 4 turns with this one, 3 or 4 turns with this one, 3 or 4 turns with this one, and then back to this. And that way you're fatiguing that wood and putting all that in evenly at the same time. And these have very aggressive bite. Okay, they're going to some very heavy duty. That's what that laminate is. That wood has been reinforced with a chemical to make it super strong. Okay, that's on there. Okay, we're going to take our other tab and other screws. Get it lined up with a hole. That one lined up. Okay. Here, and then here. Here, and then back here. You'll see that plastic kind of conform. Okay, you can't really see it though, can you? Okay. See how that plastic kind of conforms there. Just give it, 2 or 3 turns on this one, 2 or 3 turns on the back one, 2 or 3 turns on the front one, then a couple on the back until you're nice and snug. You'll feel a definite resistance when you get to the bottom. Just don't force it. Okay, you're going to metal screw into wood. Don't over tighten it. All right, that's nice and secure. Now you're going to take your saddlebags. And they're basically doing the exact same thing. Now they'll kind of hold in place on that screw, on that hump there. Okay, go ahead and get them in place. Same screws. Okay, it's looking like you get an extra screw for everything. Okay, and get that one lined up. Make sure it's on that pilot hole there. Actually, you can actually feel the pilot hole. Oh, I think I'm missing it. I say you can feel it, and I think I'm missing it now. Yep, I'm missing it. Okay, get it in there. Make sure you drop one. This is why I like a long magnetic screwdriver, because then I can reach down there and grab that. Okay. Okay. Couple turns in the front, couple turns in the back. It's designed to do this. Don't go crazy. Nice and tight. Okay. Now, back in the day, you would put the screw in there, take the screw back out, and put CA in there. Well, you don't have to worry about that because they've already got that wood treated that way. Okay. Make sure I'm on that pilot hole. And I am. I think I am. I think I am. Nope. Nope. Don't worry about that though. There it is. That's in there now. My God. And the nice thing is I can rest it against this this right here. Okay, get my other screw. Guide that in there. Just like that. Couple turns there. Couple turns there. Couple turns there. Couple turns there. There. See, I just dented that. I just hit that with my screwdriver. Don't go crazy. All right, we're good. All right, now you're going to have these screws right here left over. Okay, see these guys here? These are the shortest of these machine screws. Okay, you're going to have these 4 left. Okay, this is where you're going to take your tabs. Okay, and you can see they're obvious. Well, let me get you where you can see it right here. Okay, these, see how they're bent? They go like this to where they're angling down towards the fuselage. Okay, I mean, it's obvious how they go. Okay, you can't get it wrong. They only go one way, as long as they're angling down towards the top of the plane. Okay, like that. All right. Take your hex head driver that we were using earlier. Let's go ahead and secure these. Okay. Careful when you slip out like that, you'll hit your model. Nice and tight. Don't go over, just don't go nuts. Just nice and tight. When you get down even with that metal, just hit that metal, stop right there, okay? Nice and tight. Nice and flush and tight. Okay. All right. And that concludes installation and wing strut mounts. Or that includes landing gear installation and wing strut mounts. All right, let's start with our wings now. Okay, turn your model over. Okay, take your hatch off, your battery hatch off. Put it off the side. Reach inside. You're going to feel a tab there to pull. See that tab? That's what I pulled off of there. Okay, because you're going to need to be able to get your hand in there. Okay. If you look inside the plane, down the fuselage, maybe you can see it. See that round structure right there? See, I can take this wing tube, and there is another one towards the back, and I can slide that wing tube in there, and look, now my wing tube is secured and stays inside, and I don't have to worry, and I can transport it that way. Okay. All right, so let's take our wing tube. You got your obvious place it goes. Okay. Now, if the wing tube is like hard getting through there, you can take a little bit of like cooking oil or something and just a light coating, and that will slide it in and out a lot quicker. If that's what, something that's degradable, organic like that. You don't want anything that's got petroleum based. Well, I guess you could. I'm so used to foam planes. All right, now you're going to take your wing, because this is where we're working with our struts. Okay. All right, and this is setting our struts up for the first time. You set your struts up the first time, then you don't ever have to worry about working with them again. You get them set right the first time. All right, so this, I'm going to have to change positions a little bit. Okay, because what you want to do is you want the model, the wings, to float freely. Okay, so you have your model upside down like this. Okay, I want to just do one. All right, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. All right, because we're going to set our struts for the first time. All right, you got your jury tubes here, jury struts. You got this foam protector on them. Okay, you're going to just slide that off. I'm trying to do this where you can see it too. Okay, you're going to slide that off where you got them. Okay, see them? All right. Put your wing on the tube, on the wing spar. Okay. Oh, be careful. Let them line them up, them jury struts, where they line up and they go in their holes. You don't want to poke through the covering. Okay. Might have to get one going. Okay. Because this is what you'll be doing at the field. Get one going there, one going there. Okay. All right. Feed your servo lead through that obvious opening where it goes. And then you got the retainer plug there that fits in the wing. Okay, now that wing is on there. All right. So real quick, what I want to do, I'll let that just hang there. It should hold it by tension. Let it hang there while I'm going to grab the other wing. I'm trying to do this in here. I don't have that much room because I got so many planes. And pull your jury strut protector off. Okay, take your wing. Going to get it lined up on the wing spar. Oh. First, let me get the jury struts in there. All right, that's in there good. Okay. I'm sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just like any other wing, just slide it on. Oh, shoot. All right, get that one on there. Okay, all right. You want to get them on there, and where these wings are going to kind of hang by tension. They're going to have their natural dihedral. Okay, and that's what's important now, that they hang naturally, because that's how you want your wing struts, these struts to get locked in. Okay. Make sure your jury struts are in there. Slide your wing in it. Dang it. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Get that in there. Get this in here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong. I gotta secure the wing bolt real quick. Okay. All right. All right. Jury strut, everything's in place. All right, what I'm going to do, now they're kind of hanging there by, all right, these are your wing bolts, okay? They've got obvious thing. Well, all I'm doing is I'm going inside. They obviously have one place that they go, okay? And I'm just securing these wings on, okay? I'll show you in just a moment. But that'll secure these wings where they're not going to slide out on me anymore. Okay. Same thing you'll be doing at the field. When you start hearing that friction, stop. Don't force it. Okay. The biggest thing right now is I'm securing these wings. I'm making sure them jury struts are in place. Okay. Okay. I was wanting to. I don't have much leverage with my hand on that side, but we'll be okay. Well, no, I need to make sure they're all the way on there. Okay, that's all the way in there, but it's in there so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to pick the model up a little bit, okay, and turn it around to where I can see the top of it, and not knock everything down in the process. Oh, that's okay. That's actually okay. All right. All I'm doing now is I'm going in here and get you turned, and I'll make sure these wing bolts are in all the way. And that way it's nice and flush. So all I'm doing. All right. See inside the wing bolt? Struts are hanging. See those white wing bolts? Here and here. I'm just making sure they're in place. All right, now I got to turn the model in such a way where I don't damage anything. Don't get in a hurry. Be careful. Okay, got to turn the model upside down. Okay, and those wings have got to hang freely. All right. All right. That way these wings are only being only holding on by the wing spar and those bolts. Put your jerry struts back in again. Okay. Now, here's where we'll worry about the other one in a minute. Here's where you do, not necessarily measuring. Okay, but what you're looking for is, you see, you want all this to line up. Now, them jury should go a little further down in there. Yeah, there we go. All right, yeah, it goes all the way down. All right, dang it. All right, now these are going to line up. I remember right. Let me make sure they go on top or they go on the bottom. I think they go on top. Let me make sure of this. I don't want to tell you wrong because we want to make sure we're doing this right. Okay. Bump, bump. Okay. All right. These struts will line underneath. Okay. So they're adjustable. Okay. You get one on here. One on, okay. They're gonna be like that. Okay. Now everything should be set, and you should be able to see these holes. The holes that are in these struts should line up with those two holes there. So if they don't, these collars here are adjustable, screw in and out, and just keep screwing them in and out until they line up. This one here needs to go in just a little bit. Do I have that nice? A little bit more. Now I've got daylight. Okay, so you don't lose these pins though. You get extra of these the pins that go through. Okay. Okay, once it's in there, then you should be able, once them holes lined up, then you should, in theory, be able just to take these little pins that the cotter pins go through. If you've got them set right, then it should just go right through. Now this will be easier at the field. Okay. All right, there's that one. It just popped right through. Take your cotter pin. These guys. Okay. Fish one through there. You might have to do this 500 or 600 times before you get it right. Okay. Like I say, the Fat Guy Flies RC, and nothing runs as well as they do in the professional videos. Okay. But this is still the basic idea. Okay. All right. Like I say, you'll be at the field. This will be a little bit easier for you to see. All right. Hopefully it'll be easier for you to see. And believe it or not, this is a pretty fast installation. It really is for this big of a plane. All right, that was through there. Put your finger behind it to hold it in place. Find your hole for your cotter pin. All right, now this is set. This is set. Make sure that's through there. That your jerry struts are in all the way. You're in. Now you're going to take. This is where you're going to take your needle nose pliers. Okay. Let you see what I'm doing. Okay. And you have adjustable screws here. All right, so what you can do is take these screws and you're going to tighten them up. Okay, you can put just a little bit of Loctite on there. Okay, don't go crazy with it. A little bit of Loctite. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to tighten these nuts to lock in this position on these struts. And that way they'll hold their position, or at least they should. That's the theory anyways. Okay, make sure those are nice and tight. Okay, you can do the same thing up here. This will hold that position. And the reason we did this with the wings flowing freely, this is the natural, it's just a itty bitty bit of a millimeter difference, but this is the natural dihedral of the wing. Remember, tight, right to tight, left to loosen. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to repeat the same process to the other side. Alrighty. Now I got the wings on there. Okay. Got my everything routed. Okay. I'm going to take this wing, mind your polarity, right to right, light to light, dark to dark. I'm just hooking, I'm not going to be firing the plane up right now. This is how you'd hook it up. Remember, right, light to light, dark to dark. That's always the polarity, no matter what the servo, whoever makes it, light to light, dark to dark. Okay. Now, you're going to take 4 of these nylon bolts. Okay. Look like this. Okay. All right. What you're going to do, you see those? Let me get you positioned. All right. See those 2 holes there? Okay. I've got my receiver mounted there, and I got these 2 holes here. I'm going to AR631, and I'm going to line these holes, or line these screws up, and put them into where they're about, to where, you see where the threads are? Where the hard plastic stops? That's where I'm going to put them up to. And that way, I'll show you how the seats line up. They're flathead screwdriver. Just get them in there. Okay. Starting to run out of energy. Okay. All right. About that far. They're hanging out about that far. And see how they key on? How they key in there? Okay. Already got my receiver there. Okay. Get the seat lined up on those bolts. Maybe. Okay. All right. And then if you look up top, you can see that the seat is up on the receiver, but it's not actually touching the receiver. It's just very, very close. Okay. You can see down in there. See, there's space between, if I can get the focus for you. There's space between the back of the seat. Well, get the focus. Now. Okay, now you can see it. See, there's space between the back of that seat and that receiver. And that receiver, AR631, lined up with that strap hole. You see where I got my antenna going. All right. Remember, you're going to put, you got 2 ailerons for this thing. Okay. All right. So, you're going to plug one aileron into your regular aileron port. And then you're going to plug the other one, into my aux 1, which would normally be my flap channel. Okay. Leaving the gear channel open. Get those out of the way. I've got my EC5 ready to hook up. Got the battery placement right there. Okay. I can now put in my top. Reach in here, grab. You're going to reach in and grab this pin here. Okay. Because you don't want it to poke your top of your wing. Okay. That's it. Just tongue and grooves. Got 2 holes. Pull down that tab. Get that go into place. Okay. Put your battery hatch in there. It's a tight fit, especially with the wings on. But after you do this a couple 100 times, it'll loosen right up. Let me get a model where I can get it. You can see it better. Boy, this is a big model. This is a big plane. Okay. That is one big plane. All right. Now, the only peripheral left, if I can find it, is the fuel tube. Okay, that's this guy here. And this is just if you're, I guess if you're using, this is just decoration. It goes right in there, just like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to run this on 6S and 6S only, so you're going to use the smaller prop. Now, I'm going to go ahead and trust, I know it's probably not a good practice, but I'm going to go ahead and trust that this prop is balanced. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and trust them. Take off your nut. I'm not going to fire the plane up, obviously. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the prop on to where you see the words or the size 14x7 where you can read it towards you. Put your flat washer on. Put your nut on. Okay. Maybe. And then you've got this decorative. You know what? Instead of using this nut here, take that nut off. Take the washer off. And you're going to use this great big thing. You get 2 extra of those pins that go through the wings, the strut wings, so don't lose them, but you don't get any extra cotter pins. Alrighty, just tighten that up on there. Alright, and that is the basic assembly of the Hangar 9 J-3 CUB 10cc. This is by far the largest plane I own. Alright, the radio setup will be an entirely different video, and in the radio setup we'll be hooking up, we'll do the hooking up the elevator and the rudder. So that'd be entirely, because I want to get the servo centered and everything. Alright, so that'll be it. This plane is so big I can't get it all in one shot. And this thing is huge and it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The decals, I'll just go online and find a picture of a J3 Cub and just stick the decals on according to that picture. And I've got some pictures in mind, and that's all I'm going to do. I mean, that's pretty simple. I will make sure that nut's on there, that prop's on there correctly. And I will take it off camera and make sure that it's balanced. But I just wanted to show you to what the entire plane looks like when she's all done. Doesn't have a battery in it, but we'll go over rates and everything in the radio setup video. But that radio setup video will actually be part of the maiden, because what I like to do is I like to fly the plane, land it, and say, okay, you saw how it flew. Now here's the rates that I went through. I'll tune it and everything to get the AS3X locked in and the AS gains all locked in, and then I'll say, okay, here's what I did and here's what it flew, and that way what I tell you, you just saw proven. All right, so that's the basic assembly of the Hangar 9 J3 Cub 10cc, and she's a huge plane, huge plane. All right, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends. God bless y'all. And I know I'm leaving some stuff out, but I'm tired and it's late. We had a family emergency and I'm back in town, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'm ready to go to bed. All right, bye y'all.